美女与野兽
Beauty and the Beast. Once upon a time, there was a rich merchant who had enough kids to field a basketball team. The prettiest and youngest among them was named Belle.
从前有一位富商，家里孩子多到可以组一支篮球队，其中最漂亮的小女儿就叫贝尔。
Once upon a time, there was a rich merchant who had enough kids to field a basketball team. The prettiest and youngest among them was named Belle. Her two older sisters spent all their time dreaming of marrying a duke to become grand ladies, while Belle stayed cooped up at home reading all day. A total bookworm.
两个姐姐每天只想着嫁给公爵当贵妇，贝尔却整天宅在家里看书，完全是个文学少女。
Her two older sisters spent all their time dreaming of marrying a duke to become grand ladies, while Belle stayed cooped up at home reading all day. A total bookworm. Unexpectedly, the rich merchant went bankrupt and the entire family was forced to move from their luxury villa to a run-down farmhouse, their quality of life plummeting from heaven straight to hell in an instant.
没想到富商突然破产，全家只好从豪华别墅搬到破烂农舍，生活品质瞬间从天堂掉到地狱。
Unexpectedly, the rich merchant went bankrupt and the entire family was forced to move from their luxury villa to a run-down farmhouse, their quality of life plummeting from heaven straight to hell in an instant. One day, while the merchant was in town dealing with his debts, he got caught in a massive blizzard on his way home and, after losing his way, wandered into a magical castle that looked very expensive.
有一天，富商去城里处理债务，回家路上却遇到大风雪，迷路闯进了一座看起来就很贵的魔幻城堡。
One day, while the merchant was in town dealing with his debts, he got caught in a massive blizzard on his way home and, after losing his way, wandered into a magical castle that looked very expensive. Finding the castle empty, he helped himself to a huge meal, running up quite a tab he never intended to pay, and then slept in a guest room until he woke up naturally, practically treating the place like a free hotel.
他发现城堡里没人，于是先大吃了一顿霸王餐，还在客房睡到自然醒，简直把这里当成免钱饭店。
Finding the castle empty, he helped himself to a huge meal, running up quite a tab he never intended to pay, and then slept in a guest room until he woke up naturally, practically treating the place like a free hotel. Right as he was about to leave, a story cat dressed in a suit appeared in the garden, telling a bad joke to a rose.
就在他准备离开时，花园里出现了一只穿着西装的故事猫，正对着一朵玫瑰讲冷笑话。
Right as he was about to leave, a story cat dressed in a suit appeared in the garden, telling a bad joke to a rose. Right next to it was a milk turtle that was sluggishly trying to pour fresh milk into a gutter, claiming it was helping the earth get its calcium.
旁边还有一只牛奶龟，正慢吞吞地试图把鲜奶倒进水沟，宣称这是在帮大地补钙。
Right next to it was a milk turtle that was sluggishly trying to pour fresh milk into a gutter, claiming it was helping the earth get its calcium. The merchant was dumbfounded by this sight but casually plucked a rose to give Belle, not realizing this simple action had triggered the castle's high-tech security alarm.
富商看傻了眼，随手摘下一朵玫瑰想送贝儿，没想到这举动触发了城堡的高级防盗报警系统。
The merchant was dumbfounded by this sight but casually plucked a rose to give Belle, not realizing this simple action had triggered the castle's high-tech security alarm. A beast suddenly burst out roaring, "It's bad enough you stole my flower, but you almost stepped on my Zongzi cow partner."
野兽突然咆哮着冲出来大喊：“你摘我的花就算了，还差点踩到我的粽子牛伙伴。”
A beast suddenly burst out roaring, "It's bad enough you stole my flower, but you almost stepped on my Zongzi cow partner." The Zongzi cow, completely wrapped in bamboo leaves, was in the middle of performing a rice-spitting trick on the lawn. The situation was instantly and profoundly awkward.
那只粽子牛全身包着竹叶，正在草地上表演喷涂米粒的特技，场面一度非常尴尬。
The Zongzi cow, completely wrapped in bamboo leaves, was in the middle of performing a rice-spitting trick on the lawn. the situation was instantly and profoundly awkward. The beast threatened to eat the merchant unless he sent one of his daughters to take his place, to which the story cat added, and make sure she's a pretty one.
野兽威胁要吃掉富商，除非他把女儿送来戴罪。故事猫还在旁边补充，一定要漂亮的哦。
The beast threatened to eat the merchant unless he sent one of his daughters to take his place, to which the story cat added, and make sure she's a pretty one. The milk turtle then slowly chimed in, if she doesn't come, I'll drench your whole family in expired milk.
牛奶龟则慢悠悠地说，如果不来，我就要用过期的鲜奶泼你全家。
The milk turtle then slowly chimed in, if she doesn't come, I'll drench your whole family in expired milk. The merchant was so terrified his legs almost gave out, and he could only agree with teary eyes to this bizarre arrangement.
富商吓得差点腿软，只能含泪答应这场品味奇特的交易。
The merchant was so terrified his legs almost gave out, and he could only agree with teary eyes to this bizarre arrangement. When Belle heard what happened, she grabbed her luggage to save her father and bravely walked into the castle of freaks.
贝尔听说这件事后，为了救爸爸，拎着行李就勇敢地走进了这座怪咖城堡。
When Belle heard what happened, she grabbed her luggage to save her father and bravely walked into the castle of freaks. Even though the beast's looks were a bit abstract, the castle's perks were amazing. A self-playing piano and an endless supply of high-end afternoon tea.
虽然野兽长得很抽象，但城堡的福利超好，有自动演奏的钢琴，还有喝不完的高级下午茶。
Even though the beast's looks were a bit abstract, the castle's perks were amazing. A self-playing piano and an endless supply of high-end afternoon tea. Inside the castle, Belle found a magic mirror that showed her father back home struggling to scrub the toilet, which made her heart ache.
贝尔在城堡里发现一面魔法镜子，可以看到远在老家的爸爸正在辛苦刷马桶，心里非常不舍。
Inside the castle, Belle found a magic mirror that showed her father back home struggling to scrub the toilet, which made her heart ache. Every night at 9, the beast would put on an extra large tuxedo and appear right on time to invite Belle to dinner, creating an atmosphere full of awkward tension.
每晚9点，野兽都会穿上特大豪宴尾服，准时出现，邀贝尔共进晚餐，气氛充满尴尬的美感。
Every night at 9, the beast would put on an extra large tuxedo and appear right on time to invite Belle to dinner, creating an atmosphere full of awkward tension. The beast would always shyly ask, "Do you think I'm handsome?" Belle could only manage an embarrassed yet polite smile in response.
野兽总会害羞地问：“你觉得我长得帅吗？”贝尔只能尴尬而不失礼貌地微笑。
The beast would always shyly ask, "Do you think I'm handsome?" Belle could only manage an embarrassed yet polite smile in response. The beast would then follow up with, "So, will you marry me?" Belle, sticking to her principles, refused him every single time.
野兽接着问：“那你愿意嫁给我吗？”贝尔很有原则地每次都拒绝了他。
The beast would then follow up with, "So, will you marry me?" Belle, sticking to her principles, refused him every single time. As time passed, Belle discovered that the beast was actually a soft-hearted, gentle giant, and they started reading books and gossiping together.
时间久了，贝尔发现野兽其实是个铁汉柔情的温柔男，两人开始一起看书聊八卦。
As time passed, Belle discovered that the beast was actually a soft-hearted, gentle giant, and they started reading books and gossiping together. Because Belle missed her father so much, the beast gave her a magic ring that allowed her to go home for a short vacation to visit her family.
贝尔因为太想念爸爸，野兽给了他一枚魔法戒指，让他可以回家放个假，顺便探亲。
Because Belle missed her father so much, the beast gave her a magic ring that allowed her to go home for a short vacation to visit her family. When her two sisters saw Belle dressed like a brand ambassador, they were so jealous they almost bit through all the plates in the house.
两个姐姐看到贝尔穿得像名牌代言人，心里嫉妒到差点把家里的盘子都咬碎。
When her two sisters saw Belle dressed like a brand ambassador, They wwere so jealous they almost bit through all the plates in the house. They faked a huge crying scene to trick Belle into staying a few more days, hoping the beast would lose patience and punish her.
他们故意演戏哭得稀里哐啦，诱骗贝尔多待几天，想让野兽等到抓狂去处罚贝尔。
They faked a huge crying scene to trick Belle into staying a few more days, hoping the beast would lose patience and punish her. Belle softened and stayed, but on the 10th day, she dreamed that the beast was so heartbroken from missing her that he was collapsing in the garden.
贝尔一时心软流了下来，结果第10天梦到野兽因为想他想得快要断气，倒在花园里。
Belle softened and stayed, but on the 10th day, she dreamed that the beast was so heartbroken from missing her that he was collapsing in the garden. Terrified, she quickly put on the ring, thinking to herself, "Oh no, I almost lost my meal ticket."
他吓得赶快戴上戒指，心里大喊：糟糕，我差点把未来的长期饭票弄丢了。
Terrified, she quickly put on the ring, thinking to herself, "Oh no, I almost lost my meal ticket." Belle rushed back to the castle and found the beast collapsed by the fountain, his breath so weak he looked like he'd just finished a triathlon.
贝尔冲回城堡，发现野兽倒在水池旁，气息微弱的像是刚跑完3铁一样。
Belle rushed back to the castle and found the beast collapsed by the fountain, his breath so weak he looked like he'd just finished a triathlon. Belle burst into tears and confessed, "I don't care that you look like a sweet potato anymore, please just wake up and marry me."
贝尔大哭着告白：我不嫌你长得像地瓜了，拜托你快起来娶我吧。
Belle burst into tears and confessed, "I don't care that you look like a sweet potato anymore, please just wake up and marry me." Instantly, the castle began to shine with a golden light and the beast transformed into a super handsome hunk, so gorgeous that Belle thought she'd walked into the wrong fairy tale.
瞬间城堡金光闪闪，野兽变回了一个超级大帅哥，帅到贝尔以为自己走错棚。
Instantly, the castle began to shine with a golden light and the beast transformed into a super handsome hunk, so gorgeous that Belle thought she'd walked into the wrong fairy tale. Turns out it was all a curse that could only be broken by true love, and now the handsome prince had finally regained his human form.
原来这是一场诅咒，只有真爱能破解。现在帅哥王子终于恢复了人类身份。
Turns out it was all a curse that could only be broken by true love, and now the handsome prince had finally regained his human form. Finally, the two had a grand wedding while her 2 evil sisters were turned into decorative stone statues by a fairy.
最后，两人举办了一场盛大婚礼，而那2个坏姐姐则被仙女变成了装饰用的石像。
Finally, the two had a grand wedding while her 2 evil sisters were turned into decorative stone statues by a fairy.
No more fur or existential gloom. The Zongzi cow is weeping in the corner while the milk turtle is flooding the ballroom. I think I'm in the wrong fairy tale, but the tea is hot and the garden is fine. It's a golden light, a strange kind of peace, a long-term lease on the happily ever after.